And this is our next video, our next level. And I will start with the thing that the past tenses are not always used in the past situations. Sometimes to sound polite or to show respect, we use the past tenses in such phrases like I wondered, or I was wondering, I thought, I was thinking. You kind of show the respect and you're being polite by making the phrase that way. I wondered if you were free this evening. In this case, we don't mean the situation in the past, but this is the polite way to speak. I thought you might like some flowers. I was thinking we could do takeaway. I don't want to cook, but I don't want to sound too direct. In the previous video, I told you that quite often in the past we can use together past simple and past continuous. Past simple is usually used for shorter actions and past continuous for longer continuous, a long action. Yes. There can be situation when we use two past continuous if we want to emphasize that both the actions were in progress. Before I made an example, I was running and my phone rang. If I want to emphasize, let's think of a slightly different situation. I was running and my phone was ringing and ringing. I had to stop and pick it up. In this case, when I say that the phone was ringing, it means that it wasn't just a short action. It was happening for some time. I was running, also a long action in the past. I can make another example. While I was making the dinner, Sophie and Johnny were watching some cartoons. I am emphasizing that both of those actions were happening for some time. If I make, let's say, a different sentence, when I made dinner, means I kind of finished that dinner. They were watching. So they were watching and I finished somewhere in between of that action. When we were going to school with Sophie in the morning, we were talking about different things. Again, there's two long actions and I am emphasizing that they were happening for some time. When we need to mention a few finished events in the past which follow one after another, we just use past simple. We left home, we went to school, I met that person, we talked for a bit, I came back home. Just action one after another. As I said before, if I need to go in that past situation even deeper in time, then I would use past perfect. When we were going to school, we met my friend who had been waiting for us. Had been waiting is the past action before even, which started before the situation I am describing. We were walking to school, we met that person. We can also use past continuous or past simple to describe such a situation when we planned to do something, but we actually didn't do it. That was our intention, but it didn't happen. The words can be used like think, mean, consider, expect. For example, I was meaning to call you, but I completely forgot. I was thinking of buying a car, but we decided to buy a house. Talking about plans for the future, past continuous will make your sentence sound less definite than the present continuous. Now let's practice these situations in the stories, in real situations, and see how we can use them.